as you want and see what happens. Next step, I'm going to take my bag, open it up, and just like the water bottle, I'm going to pour some vinegar in there. Now be careful when you're pouring vinegar. It is an acid. It's a weak acid, but it can sting if you have any open cuts, or if you were to get it in your eyes, it can sting a little bit. So make sure you're being safe. Make sure you have parent permission. That looks like a good amount of vinegar. I'm going to be sure to close it up so I don't spill anything. So I would advise for this that you work with multiple people. Get a parent or a brother or sister to help you out, because you're probably going to want more than 2 hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my bag over here open for now, and I'm going to fold the corners of my tissue towards the center. I'm going to give my tissue a little bit of a twist. That is so all my baking soda is in there. Now what I'm going to do is, if you have some sort of eye protection, I'm going to go ahead and put that on now, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to combine my 2 reagents. We're going to have another chemical reaction, the same one we had before, but this time in our plastic bag. So what you're going to do is you're going to drop your tissue into the plastic bag. Don't pour it in. Your tissue is actually going to give you a little extra time to close your bag up and see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. Drop it in as fast as you can. Close up your plastic bag. Make sure you seal it so there's no opening, so none of that gas we make can escape. Then you're going to hold it from the bottom and kind of gently start to swirl. Let those 2 reagents start to react. And you can see already a change is occurring. Our bag is starting to inflate. Now, this occasionally can pop, but you can see we've made a gas. We've made that carbon dioxide. You can also tell, because we heard that fizzing again, you might be able to see some bubbles in the bottom. If you want, you can go ahead and open your bag, close it, and see if you can make it inflate again, fill up with even more gas. So this is a great way to see that that chemical reaction took place. Now before we are done today, I do want to talk about 2 types of chemical reaction. We actually saw one here today. We can talk about exothermic and endothermic chemical reactions. These 2 are kind of opposites of each other. Exothermic reactions are chemical reactions that when they combine to make that new thing, they also create heat. They get hot. I'm sure you can probably think of some reactions like that. The other kind, the opposite one, is an endothermic reaction. An endothermic reaction, instead of creating heat, instead of getting hot, it uses up heat. And when we use up heat in chemistry, that means it gets cold. So an endothermic reaction should feel cold. Now the good thing about doing this reaction in a plastic bag is you should be able to pretty easily tell if you have an endothermic or exothermic reaction. To do this, just hold your palm out flat, put your plastic bag with your chemical reaction happening on top, and right now I can feel a temperature change. I'm not going to tell you what that temperature change is because I want you to figure it out on your own. Try this at home and figure out, tell me if this is an endothermic reaction that creates cold, uses up heat, or is it an exothermic reaction that heats up? All right, guys, that is our STEM activity for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it out at home. I will see you next week, and most importantly of all, make sure you keep scouting. Thanks.